Welcome to the next episode of my Forever World, where today we are going to tear this thing down right here. We're going to tear the church down and replace it with a more stable home, I suppose. It's definitely not a final location, it's more of an in-between. That being said, I do really like how this building turned out. It wasn't actually exactly what I was going for originally. I wanted to do... I don't know how to explain it without spoiling it, so I think I'm gonna hold this thought a little later in the video. But yeah, it took forever to get all of this stuff out of here. I don't know if you remember, but the walls of chests here, even had one on the floor right here with more right here. We even had shulker boxes all over the place, including up in here. I still have my bed up here though, I should grab that. As you can see, I even got rid of all of the villagers from down here, in the under part of the house. And now all I gotta do is really just start tearing this thing down. This is the very last building in this village. Yeah, I guess there's nothing more I can do besides tear this down and make sure that it's out of our way. Starting with this jungle wood right over here. Yeah, I'll come back when this is taken care of. Wait. Where's the rest of you? Not up there, are they? Why are there? What? There's iron golems all the way up there. There's 3 of them. Crazy. I wonder where the rest of the wandering trader is. Those... Aha! I found the culprit. Right there. Look at that! I love this new mod. I installed a few new mods off camera, just because I wanted to try a few new things, and this one is Distant Horizons. You can basically see pretty far. Now the detail isn't great, clearly. If you zoom in, you can tell that it's kinda eh. But when you're just looking like this, I mean, it just really gets the point across, and that's all I care about, really. Pale moss. I might have pale moss, hold on. One. I don't need packed ice. I guess. Yeah, that'll work. 10 palmas. Yay. Block I didn't have. Before I was oh so rudely interrupted by that little side quest, I guess. What I was going to say was, now that we have this whole thing cleared out, it's time for us to add in the building. And I don't have a spot for these guys. I do want to keep them, so I'll have to figure that out. Actually, that's not entirely true. There is an empty space in my build that I could use for villager trader. If that will happen, I'm going to do that off camera, because dealing with villagers is a pain in the butt. Really boring. These right here are the materials for the build. And now it's raining, great. Look at how much diorite. And then extra wood. Okay. That's all of the materials for this build. I am building... Essentially, it's a pawn shop. Essentially. I was gonna call it a weapons shop, but I was like, I might as well just make it a pawn shop. That way, at least they can advertise it without it sounding like a gun store or something. I'm also probably gonna tweak the outside of the building later so that it actually says pawn shop on the outside of it. I put up neon signs in its place because I didn't actually know what I wanted to call it yet, but I've since decided, and I already grabbed the materials for the other way, so I'm just gonna build it that way. Yeah, without further ado, let's get started. And boom, it's done. Take a look at that. I went for a slightly more brutalist kind of style, and it ended up not being tall enough to do 2 sets of windows, so I just did 1. I am going to put something there eventually, but if somebody has a good suggestion, I might take that instead. My plan is just to do like another billboard kind of thing right there, but I don't want there to be like too many billboards. I don't know if that makes sense. In a Cyberpunk city, I know there is a lot of them, but I feel like there's a point where there can be too much. So I want to find something else to do with this, but if not, I'll just do a billboard. It's not that big of a deal. There's also another empty space on the other side too. Slightly smaller. I'm not entirely sure what would go there. Anyway, this is what the pawn shop looks like. Now there's a main entrance, and then there's 3 like little extra ones. And I say they're extra just because I put them too close to these trap doors. So every time you walk through them, if you hit a certain one, all of the trap doors and stuff next to it will open like that. So I don't plan on using these doors, but they're here. And technically, if you hit the right one, you can go through them just fine, but I'm not that coordinated. Come on now. So here's the door that I'll be using. Also happens to be the one closest to the tunnel. Nice. This is what the inside looks like. You got shelves of little knickknacks and stuff because it's a pawn shop. I was gonna do like item frames and stuff and put things on the shelves, but I don't have leather right now, so we're going blank shelves. This is the little back area for like the people who stand here and will like barter with you with whatever the item that you brought in that you want to sell. And then a little storage area back here for them. Another little storage area as well, just a room of stuff. Maybe they keep large items in there or something, I'm not sure. But it's there, in case. Now this door is the one right next to the main entrance. Also happens to be the way to the upstairs, to the apartment building, which is where I will be living for the foreseeable future. This nice little, almost penthouse suite, I guess. It's not really a penthouse, because there is the floor above it, but it's close enough, I think. And besides, this place is stylish as hell. Fancy red carpet, nice leather couch, big old flat screen TV right here. Oh yeah, the works. Got a plant collection too among my shelves. And more storage than I will ever need, hopefully, because that was the whole point. I was running so low on storage. I mean, take a look at that. Look at that chest monster right there. We gotta sort that this episode too. Oh no, pain. Anyway, hopefully this will mitigate a lot of that. I plan on breaking this whole layer of oak right here and replacing it with the block representation of that row, whatever the common item is. But I probably won't do all of it, just as much as what I have for right now. Here's the little kitchen area, yeah. Got a couple of dead plants because they're the only plants within my reach, because me taking care of plants in real life doesn't go well. And so this isn't a very accurate representation. I've got a gardener or something taking care of these ones, but I take care of these ones. Dead. Oops, my bad. Anyway, on to the bedroom. This is where I will be sleeping. I got Donkey Kong right here. This painting, actually really cool painting. I kind of like it a lot. Little desk right here, nice fancy carpet, bed. I not loving the signs. I might switch those out for stairs at some point, but right now they're just signs. Little chest for storage and stuff. And then the final part of the tour, upstairs. There's nothing up here. And I need to figure out what I want to do with this space. I want to do something with villagers, because I think having my villager trading hall in my house would be very handy. The question is, I don't know how I'm gonna set this up, and I don't feel like just shoving villagers in here and sectioning them off. I want there to be like a cool design, but I'm tired right now, and I can't think of a good design, so we're just gonna put this on the back burner for now. Anyway, that was basically the entirety of the tour. There is this room right here, which has nothing in it. Very common theme, you know. But I want to add a food farm of some kind right here, like maybe an automatic chicken cooker or something. I can literally walk in, grab whatever it is, the food that I need. That way I don't have to worry about food anymore, because I am down to my very last 17 food items that I own. Maybe I will start doing that, but in the meantime, I do have a lot of sorting to do, so we are going to do a brand new segment of my video called Sorting with Dawn. Now let me explain what this segment is all about. This segment is all about yapping. I feel like yapping. I don't know why. I'm not really a yapper. People who know me personally, they know yapping is probably one of the things that I'm least likely to do. But screw it. We're here to have fun, so I'm going to yap while I sort. Okay, now that I have this lightly organized, just this little row right here, now I don't really have to think about what I'm putting into it. Just grab it, whatever it is, and drop it in the chest. Very simple. Organization skills, I suppose. Anyway, what I wanted to yap about is school, man. School is very draining, and it takes a lot of energy. And every once in a while, I get too much homework, and really, there's not a lot I can do except just focus on homework. It makes me feel bad, because, like, I'm basically ignoring YouTube to do that instead. And honestly, probably a good thing. Trying to prioritize school. Actually, I know it's a good thing. But I still want to be making content and stuff. And so doing these long series, like my Forever World, for example, which hopefully I'll be posting indefinitely, just means it's hard to balance, I guess, is what I'm trying to get at. It's not an easy thing to juggle. Life, hobbies, social life, you know, those sort of things. But I will have you know that I am trying my best. And you know what? I feel like we're doing a pretty good job. For this being only episode 5, I feel like I'm actually not doing bad. Could it be better? I mean, of course. What couldn't, right? But, like, I'm just here to have fun, man. Enjoy my time. Play little video games. You know, it works. Speaking of, is there a different video game that he wants to see me play? Because, I mean, I'm all for playing Minecraft, don't get me wrong. a lot of fun. But, like, only Minecraft? That's what you want, I suppose. I don't know. I'm up for suggestions, though. I basically, if it's a video game that can run on a computer, I'm in. That's the only requirement for the type of video game. And actually, you know what? It might be a good idea if I just made a list of all of the games that get suggested to me over, I don't know, now, I guess since forever. Or now till forever. It's forever. Anyway. Yeah, it'd be fun. Just play some random games that you guys like to see, but me play it instead. Not that I think I'm that entertaining, that you'd rather watch me play it than you guys play it, but it might be fun to expand my video game horizons, because while I do play video games a lot, I can't exactly say my video game library is super diverse, because, well, first of all, I don't own a PlayStation. I've never owned a PlayStation. And so I've never played any of those games at all. I mean, I've seen how good they are, like God of War, Last of Us, Ghost of Tsushima. I think that's how you pronounce it. I don't know. Anyway. But yeah, I've seen those things. I've never actually played them, and they're starting to come out on Steam too, which is pretty cool. So I might give those a shot, but really only if you guys want me to. Of course, my yap session is being interrupted by the rain, so nothing is dying, and creepers outside. Alright, the very last thing that I have on my mind is... I don't remember. I think I'm done yapping. I think that was it. I think I'm good. I thought I'd have more to yap about. My bad. And with that, that'll conclude the first episode, or the first segment. The first sorting with Dawn segment. I'm the one who named it. Can't even remember, really. We are nice and sorted away. Woods here. Biological stuff here. Stones here. Different kinds of stones here. Doesn't go there. The rest looks fine. We got mob drops, and nether, redstone, and then miscellaneous. Then over here we have tools and whatnot, and ocean blocks. This is kind of a short episode, which is a little nice, actually. I like having nice short episodes. Even though this episode took me so long to make, which I apologize. I did not think it would take me over 2 weeks to do this video. But do you see how much diorite is here? Oh my god, was that so painful. I had to do 5 separate mining trips. I got over 5,000 blocks of diorite. Anyway, appreciate you guys joining me for the newest episode of my Forever World. Stay tuned, because next episode we are ditching the overworld. We're going to the nether. That's right. I am finally fixing the teleportation issue that I was facing in previous episodes. I'm just biting the bullet and making another hub. Which, that reminds me, I gotta go design that real quick. So, catch you next time. You guys have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye-bye.